Hola, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo están? Yo soy el profesor de español, me llamo señor López y seré el profesor este año. ¿Cómo están? Espero que bien. How are you? My name is Mr. Lopez. I will be your Spanish teacher this year for levels 1, 2, 3, 4, and AP. And I'm very excited to be here with you the first day of school. I know this is a very different way of doing things this year, but here we are, and we're going to make the best out of it, okay? So before I begin telling you about the class, about how we are going to learn Spanish this year, I want to tell you a little bit about myself. I think it's appropriate to tell you where I'm from, and I want to show you a little bit about the things that made me who I am, because it's important for you to know that I love my job and I love what I do. This is my country. I want to show you a little video about Guatemala, okay? With this video, I'll explain a little bit about where I come from and what made me go into teaching. So this is Guatemala. It's called the land of eternal spring because it's always spring there. The weather is 71 to 75 to 77 degrees every day, except in the jungle. This is Tikal. Tikal is considered the Mecca of all the Mayan civilization, along with Mexico. Now, where's Guatemala located? Anyone know? Yes, Guatemala is located underneath Mexico. We have United States in North America, you have Mexico, and then you have Guatemala. Then the rest of the Central American countries follow until they get to South America. As you can see, Guatemala is in a cordillera, which is mountains, a chain of mountains. There's a lot of volcanoes and a lot of lakes. Some of the cities in Guatemala are located in the middle of a valley near volcanoes, and a lot of these villages are poor, but they're always smiling. The beauty about my country is that they make a lot of nothing. For example, you can see the kids are playing in the water, in the rain. All they need is a ball. They can make a ball out of anything. The most important thing is to have fun, to be in touch with nature, and not only that, to be happy, to make the best out of nothing, right? Just like what we're doing now. Music is important for all of us, and smiling is always important too. So in this course, in this class, I will tell you the importance about the language, but not only about the language, about the culture and how things around each culture influence, about each country influence the way people behave, the way people do things. Also, we will talk about different things such as food, right? Which is something that we all very happy about to talk about, right? Unfortunately, because of the times, I won't be able to bring you some food. But maybe I can recommend you a place where you can experience the Hispanic food, and practice your Spanish as well. Now, these times, we are not going to be sitting too close, and we are not going to interact. We're going to have to keep social distance. But one thing that we are going to do is we're going to collaborate. We're going to smile. We're going to take this year with a good positive approach and have fun, right? Just like these people are doing in this video, making the best out of nothing. So now let's talk a little bit about the class, okay? So how we are going to do this. So here I'll find you the ways to be successful for you. I'm going to give you guys some good hints on how to be successful this year. The main objective of our class, first of all, is to develop a working proficiency of spoken and written Spanish that will help you further your foreign language, your world language studies. Now, the main thing here is for you guys to practice your skills, your speaking skills, your listening skills, all right, and to practice your reading and writing. Now we're going to try to do this with different ways. We're going to try to be as dynamic as possible by learning in a community that will foster culture and online collaboration. Now, obviously, this year we're going to do a lot of individualization because you guys, some of you are you're working from home, and some of you guys are here in the classroom. But we're still going to be able to do some sort of collaboration through some groups that I'm going to put together, and where you don't have to be together. You can socially distance yourself, and we're still going to be doing some things like that, okay? Because it's important. Remember, to learn a language, you have to communicate, you have to speak, right? And that's not going to change. That's something that we are going to be doing together, okay? The main thing in this class is to put the effort, to try, and there's no such a thing as a wrong answer in this class. Remember, you are all learning something completely new, right? So if you're don't feel comfortable speaking because you feel that you have an accent, or you can't respond, you can say the word properly, don't worry about it. Listen to my English, right? I have an accent, and it's okay as long as you understand me. Now, these are the class requirements. I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. I am providing this for you. The online textbook Avancemos for level 1, 2, 3, 4, and AP, and an online workbook which is called Avancemos level 1, 2, or 3 as well. This can be found in your Launchpad, okay? I'll tell you how to access that later on. So it is required that you guys have your materials, such as the online textbook, before, if you're working from home, to have that open, and I'll show you how to access the BPS Launchpad, and that now is linked to Google Classroom. We are going to be using Google Classroom to communicate. I will post the majority of the assignments at the end, every day, so you guys can complete those assignments daily. Now, participation points is the things that you do here in class, is the activities that you do. That will be a weekly total of 100 points, which consists of 60% of your entire grade, okay? So the participation points can be earned through class activities, online group assignments that I will ask you to do, answering questions from the video, and live lessons that I will be providing, but more importantly, by attending to speak the language, right? If you try, you will get it, okay? You will be successful. I just want you to understand that the most important formula to be successful in this class is E equals P. What does that mean? Effort equal points. If you put the effort, you get the points, and you will have a good grade in this class. You just gotta put the effort, right? Now, the grading policy, this is the total number of points that are used to compute the final numerical grades. So, like I said before, 60% of your entire grade is going to be participation, right? Assignments that you do in class. I will minimize the homework assignments. I'm not going to give you homework. I want you to use the 90 minutes that we have daily to complete these assignments, and that will cover your 60% of your grade. The other 40% will be presentations. You will have a flip grade presentations that you will do, that will cover that, and also some quizzes that I will give you via different ways to different exams that I will give you in Google Classroom, okay? So there will be at least one quiz or one Flipgrid presentation every 2 weeks, or at the end of the chapter. I just want you to be aware of that. There will be 5 classwork assignments minimum every week, and each assignment is worth 20 points for a total of 100, okay? I just want you guys to understand that this is based on this being adapted from the and supported by Brevard Public Schools. Okay, so 90 to 100 is an A in this class, 80 to 89 is a B, 70 to 79 is a C, 60 to 69 will be a D. Below that is an F. Let me tell you, it's very hard to fail this class. If you want to fail this class, all you gotta do is do nothing. But if you do what you're supposed to do, you will all be here in this area, an A, right? Where we want to be. Again, class participation, Classcraft, an extra credit is 60%. 40% is Flipgrid presentation, tests, and quizzes. Okay. Now I mentioned something here, Classcraft. What is Classcraft? Well, I'll tell you a little bit about Classcraft in just a second. But before I do that, before I tell you about Classcraft, let's go over some rules. Rules are important in this class, just like in our lives. It's important to have some rules so there's no chaos, so we can actually abide by them and be successful. Okay, so the class rules are, please, especially now, stay in your assigned seat if you're in the classroom, 4 to 5 feet from each other. Respect your teacher and peers. No profanity will be tolerated. Have required materials daily. Watch the 15-minute video lesson quietly during class or before class, because I will post this videos before that. Answer and formulate questions from the lesson. Submit your online classroom assignments during each class session. Remember, you will have time in class to submit those assignments, so you don't have to do it later on. No eating and drinking or gum chewing during class. Okay, well, if you're home, I guess there's nothing I can do about that. But if you're in the classroom, please refrain from doing that. Always be on time for class. Okay, if you're at home, make sure that you log in on time and you are participant of this class. Turn off cell phones or other electronic devices. Set them in vibrate, or just turn them off completely. Alright, so that will minimize the distractions. And have your planner sign if you are in classroom, if you go into the bathroom or anything like that. Okay, now I want to tell you a little bit about Classcraft. Okay, let me read this to you. Now, Classcraft is a game that you and I will be playing every Friday, and it will transform the experience in the class. Okay, every day. Soon you will create an online character in the game and meet your new team classmates. I'm going to assign different groups where you don't have to hang out together. You're just gonna have some assignments that you will have to complete together. You're gonna demonstrate positive behavior in class. You'll earn experience points, XP, right? You're familiar with that if you play video games. And this will allow you to level up and learn new powers. I'll teach you all about new powers when that time comes. These powers have real benefits in your life and for your team, so you'll need to work together to succeed. If you break the rules in class, you will lose health points, HP, right? Just like in a video game. Your life energy in the game, and eventually fall in battle. You don't want to do that. When this happens, the rest of your team also will be affected. So I will explain how this works on Fridays. That's where we're going to be playing to review most of the things that we cover during the week. Okay, so now I want you to try to follow the steps. I will also make I will email you. Actually, the materials will be in your materials in your Google Classroom with how you can access your Google Classroom. Okay, now the behavioral consequence in this class is losing health points in Classcraft, teacher conference, detention, parent conference, and deals referral, right? So that's how the consequence behaviors, the steps that I will take if something goes south. But I'm sure it won't, right? All right, so let me show you how to access Google Classroom, okay? First of all, you're going to go to your BPS Launchpad. After that, you're going to click on the Google Apps right here. After you click on that, it will take you to your Google. Actually, looks a little bit like this. No, it's not true. Looks like this, and your Google Classroom will look like this.